Hey everyone, welcome back. 10:17 my time. Still waking up. I've had my coffee. Back on this turn-based JRPG project. If you're new to the series, keep in mind that this is not necessarily a tutorial, although I will be explaining certain things as I go along. But I'm just right now more interested in documenting the process instead of like teaching every little thing that I'm doing. Alright, so we made it to town without a fight. That's cool. Here's the shop. Empty items there. There's a hidden item in this dresser. So the main thing I want to tackle, I think, is probably balancing the like the stat gains on level up. Cat, what are you doing? My cat's being weird. Just see what the fights are like. Let's take out the tired cat first. I think they're the weak one. What was I playing earlier? Oh, Pokemon. I was playing Pokemon with my daughter. And what stood out to me was how low the HP scales are, like when you level up. So you never have these large amounts of HP like you might have in Dragon Quest or especially in Final Fantasy. Dun, dun. It's just like it's so tough, I think, to make these battle systems interesting. Just blast them with these cool effects. See which one gets. Oh, ice too. I got 0 XP. I must have broken my XP scaling. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go back to the old battle actor. Let's copy this. Let's put this in there. And then we're just going to uncomment. And maybe I should copy the old first. Nah, I don't really care. So we're going back to the old one with the kind of broken level ups, but at least it has the XP scaling. So let's get into a fight. So when nothing happens, that means we rolled too low of a attack. So I do need to update that. I think if we make the minimum -1. So when we attack physically, it'll always at least cause 1 damage point. We probably want to take like this whole amount and multiply it by like, let's say 0.75. So it's offense minus defense times this random range. So our hits should be harder now. It's a lot of enemies. I don't really want that many for whatever. I guess it balances out because we're scaling defense up as well. Let's look at how we level up. This is literally like the like the roadblock in my game right now because I want to be able to play the game and get a sense of the progression, that feel for it. I can't really kind of get assimilated into the game if the attacks don't really like feel like they matter. If the leveling up doesn't make sense, right? Like just doing one damage does not. That's not exciting. So level ups. Let's look. So offense base. This is for the enemies. 5. So enemies scale that way. It's probably, if we look at the level up script, wherever the heck that is. There we go. See, this is all fine, but see, since it's all random, post-nasal drip, man, it's terrible. Since that is all random, you can have, what if you just get all speed stat rolls, right? I mean, that's not going to happen, but like, say you don't get any offense, you just get everything else. Your attacks are going to suck. So this needs to be rethought. I'm probably going to borrow from the Dragon Quest game that I made before this. So basically, depending on the job, we're going to have a weighted chance to get certain level ups. Confused. I don't recall us needing to do that for enemies. We'll figure it out. Just get rid of that. So that's for players, enemies. Before we get to that, we need to set like stat weights. Now let's just do all jobs the same. Later on, we'll add specific. of this. Offense, defense. Well, we can actually just look at this. Offense, defense, speed, guts, vitality, luck, IQ. Did I get that right? Luck is before IQ. That's how Earthbound has it. That's what we're following. Okay, so we have stats as an enumerator now. I'm gonna do. It's probably a better way. This is how I'm doing it. So we're not actually reusing that. We just need the info. So I'm gonna go down the list and add these weights. We're actually going to be modifying that. And then down here, we'll call arrays.inner. Oh, I didn't split that up yet. Not in this version. So it's going to be weighted level up stats and stat weights. Or sorry, no, it's going to be stats.values. So we're getting the values from that enumerator, and we're going to interweave it with these weights. So it'll be offense, defense, speed, yada, yada, yada. Or we could just save stat weights. We'll figure it out. So offense, defense. I think for the base class, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to have it all be equal. But you can imagine. Why are these not coming up? Why am I not getting autocomplete? So we have the warrior. It might have a propensity toward offense and defense. Maybe speed stays 1. Maybe it has like higher guts. Which reminds me, we probably want these all to be. Well, no, I guess it doesn't really matter. And vitality. And then a fighter. Maybe has 3 there. Low defense. High speed. High guts. Maybe their luck is a bit higher. Nah, we'll just keep them like that. And so maybe these guys don't get any magic points. So they don't have any IQ. No, let's let them have some. I don't want them to be total boneheads. And then you have jobs dot age. Maybe they're a little quick. So their main stat is IQ, and so they're effectively just glass cannons. And we can finish those up later. So if we make, I might just replace, let's not even use this for now. So if we change this variable stat weights, so we do that. Now here, we're not going to do level ups for enemies. We'll modify that in a sec. For now, let's focus on the player. And so they have 7 stat increases per level. We basically do a repeat loop as a modified while loop. And we do that X amount of times here. Now here's where we need to factor in the weighting. So instead of this randi divided by 7 or modulo 7, we want to do why am I my autocomplete's taking so long? So we do choose weighted stat weights. And then we're going to match with that. And then this actually cleans this up because now we can do stats offense. Just got to copy and paste. Was it vitality? Yeah, I missed speed. Yeah. Oh, I have it right here. Speed, guts, vitality. Yeah. So based on our class or our job, it's going to give us a proclivity towards certain attributes. I think the last thing I want, let's do this. Let's put this all the way up here. Sorry, my cough has been kind of bad. I think it's the weather. Just get these up. No. Keep it tidy. These I can just, right. All right, back to level up. So the other thing is I want to factor in level. Or not. You know, we don't need that for now. Man, it is pouring. So now I can put level and job. So unemployed by default. I think this, put that in there. And go to data. Clean this up. Way we can do this. So you'll be a warrior up front. Fighter. I'll have 2 mages for now. So let's just see what that looks like in game. Can't be 0. Maybe the problem is that is the array empty? I don't know why that would be 0. So init set initial stats. Stat weights is set. We level up. Stat weights, I'm just double checking, but it's empty there. Oh, crap. Maybe that was the problem. You're redeclaring it. Yeah. Let's take a look. So the warrior looks pretty balanced. How did no one get vitality or IQ? Well, I guess we can just do this. We don't need that crap. This what? I was giving them 1 every level up. Oh. Yeah, I guess we do want that there. What? Oh, so if they don't get any... Okay. That way they're guaranteed to have a little bit. Looks like no one is winning the rolls for health. Defense and speed. Speed and guts, no offense. That's weird. Maybe I need to change the weightings. Offense would be a little bit lower. Fighter high. Give them some defense. Speed high. Guts high. Vitality, okay. We definitely want them to have very low chance for offense. If they're a mage. Let's see if that looks better. So somehow our fighter got insane vitality rolls. Warrior got a lot of defense, which was good. We want to see them getting vitality. I think maybe we want to give a base stat, like base set of stats, depending on their job. Let's use this. Excuse me. So we're gonna do so the stat index here. Put this above level up. Paste that in. We can have an error like, or we could assert at the top. Let's just do push error. We can assert. Let's make sure it's valid. And down here, before we do our level ups, 4. What's going to be? So times will equal and then so our base stats and this cough. Oh my gosh. Like I can never clear my throat. So we get the amount of times from here. So whatever is in here, that's how many times we'll level up that stat. So for a warrior, they're going to get 2 offense increases, 4 defense. And so we do that. Then we do the level ups, which are completely random. I don't think I need that anymore because we're always going to be getting some vitality from up here. Which means these should all be 0. Let's see what that looks like. All right, this looks more accurate. Amanda, our fighter, got a lot of HP, though. That's not ideal. I don't really know how that happened. Let's reload. See, that's more like it. See, the warrior has the highest hit points and defense, probably. Yeah. So I like this because it's starting to feel like these are unique character types. You can see our job is printing correctly under the level. It looks good. And we kept all these stats. We're using them. See, the mages are getting more IQ. They have more MP. Cool. So that's a pretty good start. I'm happy with that. The next thing is that we need to balance the enemies with what we just did. Because remember that the enemies have separate calculations for their stats. And that seemed fine. The enemies didn't hurt us at all. And it looked like their XP gains are not being calculated. Oh no. My battle actors just got wiped. That's why. Oh man. I'll tell you right now, that is one of the main issues with using resources for these things, these files. I've had this happen before, and it's because I changed my battle actor script. That's on me. I shouldn't have done that. See, it's a little bit fragile. And really what I should be doing is backing up more often. So that's on me. It's totally on me. Unfortunately, I have to go through and basically just do these top two variables. And we can also give them a job. So, oh, that's not, we need regular load. You know, can I make this better? Let's see. Let's put this in enemies. So I'm moving all of my enemy art to that folder so that they'll be in one place. I think that might be better. We'll just call this art. I don't know why it has to do all that every time I rename that. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. And it's going to have to do it again, I bet. Because oh my gosh, that is just terrible. Or maybe I just need to switch my enemies to tile maps or tile sets instead of this giant folder of images. Maybe it's a good time to do that. I don't want to be able to see them. We'll keep it this way. All right, bloplets. I already don't like having this in this folder. We're going to move it back. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'll be right back. I'm just got to do a couple messages. Feel free to soak in my screen shakes. Oh, this isn't screen shake, this is room, but we're calling screen shake. Alright. So, where the heck were we? We were working on these enemies. Oh, spoiler alert, I was working on. Might as well show that real quick since that came up. I was working on an Undertale style one. Let's see. Let's see if this will run. This is as far as I got. I got the loop working. I didn't implement like any kind of interesting bullet patterns, but it's pretty much functional. Talking to my classmate. I'm only bringing this up because it's relevant. He just made his first game. I might post the link to that. You guys can check it out. It's pretty freaking trippy, very trippy. It's not gonna be for everyone, but if you know him, I think you'll appreciate it. Okay, so the enemies. I should say ex-classmate. We are not in school anymore. This looks about right. I mean, there's always going to be that element of randomness, which is why sometimes the fighter is getting more HP than the warrior. But we can see at the same time the warrior is getting a ton of defense, whereas the fighter has very little. And so that's kind of like the dynamic that I want. Let's see that our mages are pretty similar, which makes sense. So, all right, balancing the enemies now. Oh yeah, we had to go and remake all of them. That's fun. So I just moved that art. I remember that. We'll rename this back to we'll call it enemies. It's gonna have to reload. Okay, we're kind of back to where we were. Now we just have to make all these enemies. Really, that might be something that's better for me to do off camera. It's not exactly the most interesting. But it is kind of holding me up in the game, so I kind of have to go and do it right now. My mom's calling me anyway, so we'll end it there. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your games. Sorry to kind of rush off real quick, but I gotta go. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.